Hey, warriors, how are you? Let's see. We are getting things together so we can see what is going on. Pop-up chat. Okay, we got everything up. We can see what's happening to the stream. We can see comments. How do you like my shirt today? Ah, Spider-Man. Ah, I wish. So it's day 22 of the 6-day, 66-day challenge. We are 1/3 of the way through. And the book that it has to be at the 1/3 mark is the Song of Solomon. Okay, this is like the most risque book in the Bible. We might not get all the language, but somehow I think we get the idea. Plus, we've been told over and over again, this is between a love and a lover. A betrothed. Somebody to be betrothed and they're betrothed. Something. I'm not sure how to word that. So I wasn't exactly where to choose in this book. I've been doing lately, looking up famous verses and certain things. So it had a verse in number 3. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to be commenting on today's verse or verses. I might read. It was like verse 2 of chapter 3, so I might read 1 through at least 2, maybe 3 or 4. I don't know. Maybe longer. And of course, we've got nobody in here. Okay, I guess I will just share my screen. Hide. So here, hello. I'm live streaming, so I said I'm live streaming, so my mom just came home. She was up for a bit. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna start at verse 1, and I'm not sure I'm gonna finish. So, by night on my bed, I sought him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. In other words, she wakes up and her guy's not there. And I'm reading this in the King James because it's just so much more, I don't know what, poetic in this. I will rise now. I will go about the city in the streets and in the broad ways. I will seek him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. In other words, she got up, she went into the city to try and find him where she thought he might be, and she did not find him. But you're probably getting all this. They're saying there's been said that this is supposed to be an allegory or something to that of Christ in the church. Well, maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. We do have to remember this was written years before, since it's having to do with Solomon, the son of King David and Bathsheba. Anyway, so the watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye him whom my soul loveth? In other words, she asked the guys that watch the city. They found her, and she's like, "Hey, have you finally out to see my man?" They must have known who she was to ask that. It was but a little. It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. In other words, she found the guy. I held him and would not let him go until I had brought him into my mother's house. Time to meet the parents! And into the chamber of her that conceived me. Okay, I guess maybe it's not time to meet the parents. Sounds like somebody might be getting busy. I don't know. Hello to whomever there. Is that you, Mom? Mom! No, it's not you. To whomever's watching, I am in the book of Song of Solomon. It is day 22, 1/3. And, well, uh, not sure what to say about this book. I'm sort of commenting on things, but this is a risque, you might call it a risque book. You don't necessarily always get the language of the day and everything that it means, but you get how it means to them, the importance, but at the same time, you get what they're talking about, I think. I charge you, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, by the rose and by the. Oh, hey, Action. How are you? Okay, cool. It'll be good to see that. Okay, anyways, by the rose and by the hinds of the field. That's great that you are doing swell. Oh, we got a new person in. Are you watching now, Mom? Okay, we got a new person in. Hello to new person in chat, whoever you are. I am reading the Song of Solomon right now. It's day 22 of my 66-day challenge. And, well, not sure what to say about this book. It is, hey, Hoth, how are you? This is the book of the Bible that every male should almost stay away from until they're married. As I was saying, you don't necessarily always get the language, but you know what they're talking about. uh, or it seems whack the way that they say certain things, but you still get what they're talking about. Anyways, by the hinds of the field, that ye stir not up, nor awake my love, till he please. Okay, I did not get that at all. Who is this that cometh out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense? Myrrh and frankincense. Where have we seen that before in the Bible? A couple of things that Christ was given at his birth. With all the powders of the merchant. Behold his bed, which is Solomon's. Threescore valiant men are about it of the valiant of Israel. Okay, I'm not getting this now. Yeah, I'll finish the chapter. There's not many more verses to go. Uh, they all hold swords, being expert in war. Every man hath his sword upon his thigh because of fear in the night. King Solomon made himself a chariot of the wood of Lebanon. He made pillars thereof of silver, the bottom thereof of gold, the covering. It almost seems like they've gone into a different bloody thing. Eh, well, I'm not sure what to make of this other stuff, followed by the stuff before. Okay, he made the covering it in purple, the midst thereof being paved with love for the daughters of Jerusalem. Go forth, O ye daughters of Zion, and behold King Solomon with the crown wherewitheth his mother crowned him in the day of Espololus and in the day of gladness of his heart. Okay, well, that is the Bible reading for the day.
Did you steal my meat?
What meat?
A little bit that was left in the tin?
No.
Because I can't find it in the fridge.
Hope you later. Uh, okay, so today we're gonna go over. Let's see. Uh, two of my supporting cast characters. They're married. That's why I just figured I'd fit in with the Song of Solomon. Couple married people. All of their only supporting cast. So, any thoughts, questions, comments on anything? This is Bart Brick. Oh, yeah, that might help too. New layer. Okay, bottom layer, we need to dim. Lock. So I went and sat through Teen Titans Go last night afternoon. Wasn't too bad. It could have been better. But then again, the show's pretty pathetic in my opinion too. So don't watch the show though. I'd rather the old Teen Titans. Went to see it yesterday because it was cheap day. Bart Brick here is actually a pastor, and he also takes care of an apartment complex part time because the church he pastors does not have a lot of people, so it's a supplemental income. He is in he's supporting cast to my character Electide. I do have a profile for him and his wife all done. So what's going on with you, Action? Anything new besides your stuff for Friday? I think you said Friday in the other chat earlier on Ethan's. Anybody got anything to say? All I'm doing all these wiggly stuff, this probably won't turn out wiggly like I want. Oh yeah. Oh, hello, number 4. Whoever you may be. What is my favorite Bible movie? Ooh, that is. At one time, that might have been an easy question, like back 20 years ago. Nowadays, that is getting harder to answer. My favorite Bible movie. To me, they're getting real good. You have the whole God's Not Dead series, um, Revelation Road. Not perfect, but Uh, although I enjoyed the books, I'm not a real big fan of the Left Behind movies. Any of them, although I think the latest one with Nicolas Cage was probably the best of all of them, in my personal opinion. And let's see what else. Um, um, and then Courageous was pretty good too. Oh man, like I said, it's so hard to decide now. Like 20 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, when Christian films were pathetic, you only had a few good ones. That would have been a very easy question to ask. There was only like a couple good ones, in my opinion, back then. There's one put out by the Billy Graham Association, I think, back then, or whatever it was called Caught. And that was excellent for its time. That was back in the late 80s, early 90s. Uh, you're asking what my favorite one is. Not for now. um, Probably what's it called? Oh, one or two. There's two of them. A Perfect Stranger or Another Perfect Stranger. Those would probably be my best two. My favorite two. They are very similar. Um, this woman is invited out to lunch, dinner, basically by Jesus, and they sit down and they have a chat about this, that, and everything. And the second one is about her years later, about her daughter going across country on a couple plane flights or whatever, and she ends up having an encounter with Christ and talking about this, that, and everything as well. But they were both, in my opinion, very well done. So, who is our fourth person in the room? And do you have any comments or questions for me? So, what's your favorite Bible movie, Hoth? Or action? If you're here? So, for the fourth guy in the room, if you're wondering what's going on, I read, as you probably could tell by the title, I read the book, a passage out of the book of Song of Solomon. or Song of Songs, and I decided to keep trying to keep on topic. I ended up picking out two of my characters that are husband and wife. They are supporting cast for my character Electide in her book. And he is a pastor and he helps run a little apartment complex for supplement income because he does not have a big church. So he needs a supplement income. Oh, okay. No problem. I do that sometimes too. Like I'm counting as a watcher as well as thing because I got myself up on the tablet to view what's going on the screen that you guys are seeing. That's no problem. Like I said, no problem. It's just I, as I think you know, I try and engage my audience. So, oh, okay. Oh, there are lots of Christian movies out there now, Hoth. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, Samson was good. It was a bit of a different take, in my opinion, but it was still good. I saw that in theaters. Um, it was really worth going to. I really enjoyed going to see that. Um, if you can, I'm not sure whether you get something like you have like Netflix. There is a Christian version of it called PureFlix, and they have a lot of the more modern Christian movies on there. They have a lot of old stuff too. Well, not old Christian movies as well as older TV shows that are at least moral or whatever. Not like well, some of your TVs are today, but not a lot. In other words, if you watch these TV shows, you wouldn't have to worry too much about any stupid stuff. Yeah, I have a device that allows me to watch on my TV too, YouTube. So I think that's pretty good. I have a Roku device. I don't know why I did that one line the way I did. This is a spa, right? And it's pretty cheap. You can get it per month, or you can pay like I think it's $100 a year, and you save like $20 because I think it's like $10 a month. Oh, we're down to two. I think it's probably just you and me here, Hoth. Unless it's Hoth that's gone and it's only action that's here. Okay, we're back up to three, which is probably two Hoth and me. Decided to try and get a little extra detail on this one for some reason, putting in his shoelaces a little good. I don't know why, but so is that you still here, Hoth, as two people? Uh, itchy ear. Okay, it's you. Wasn't sure whether it was you or action artist, but I was thinking because of the two extra, it was you with your TV and your your phone. Hey, when it puts big circles that you don't want, or whether they're big or not. So yeah. Uh, which do I like better, Marvel or DC? I've always said I like them about the same, but especially back in the day, I grew up watching, like I said, as I told you before, both of them on the TV. You know, obviously, I don't like what Marvel's doing with their comics right now. Um, their movies are awesome. DC's not quite so bad with their comics yet. Let's hope they don't get as bad as Marvel. But unfortunately, it looks like it's going that way. Their TV stuff's not too bad. Again, you take something like Supergirl and it's starting to go that way, and I think you see it a bit in the other ones, but nowhere near as much. And then DC's movies, they're starting to get good, but it's hard to tell. And but most of the DV, they're getting stuff out there for their TV cinematic universe, DC. But as for comics, um, I probably read more DC because I don't know. Iron Man's a great character and all, or Captain America. Don't want to take nothing away from the characters, but I don't know. Somehow I find DC more compelling. Their characters are more interesting. I don't know. Like I know Spider Man would probably be in my top five of characters. Probably top five characters, although you never asked. I don't know which order I'd rank them in though. Superman, Batman, Spider Man, Green Lantern, Flash. So I'm more probably seems partial to DC. Mind you, I don't mind the Hulk and that. I watched the Hulk live action series when it was on a long time ago. Although not quite, it's not quite like the comics, or it may have been back then. I don't know. Which I guess since I read more DC and I like their characters better for some reason, probably ultimately I probably like DC slightly more or slightly better. What about yourself? Hey, I know how about which comic universe do I like the most? Oh, Cross Comics. I know nobody else knows much about it but me. You lean towards Marvel. Oh, that's cool. Like I said, they've got great characters. I think it might be. It also might be the sort of history of DC. I do like how DC has the legacy characters, as they call them now. there's somebody to take over the mantle should for some reason they. One day I hope Cross Comics is number one. I really do. I want to beat out DC and Marvel. I know I'm not quite as good of an artist as most of the people there. I'm probably not quite as good of a storyteller. But when you've read a few thousand comics, you learn a thing or two. And what I'm probably trying to do with my universe too is I'm probably trying to take what I think is good from DC and Marvel and combine it. How well that'll work, we'll find out in time. And probably add a few of my own elements as well as taking what I think works good at them plus what I don't think that they're doing that might work better. Yeah, I think that's probably why I lean towards DC, just because they have more of the characters that I enjoy. And I think that's with all of us. But like I said, I just like I said, most of my favorite characters are DC, and that's probably why if I really had to press myself for it, I'd end up probably saying DC. But hey, hey, I don't know what. Hey, it's for the horses. We're all gonna like what we like, and Marvel and DC fans can get along. We do not have to argue. We do not have to kill each other. Yeah, so trying to think of stuff to say. So 1, 2, 3. Want to try and keep the shoes somewhat the same here, the lacing. Yeah, I have a comic collection. um, I have about I have somewhere between 2 and 3,000 hard copy comics. Here, I'll show you. Not sure whether you were here the other day. I'm gonna switch to stop sharing. Just gonna stop sharing. See those banana boxes? I have like 10 of them full of comics. Now, and I have DC, I have Marvel, I have Archie. That's what I started my collection off with, Archie, believe it or not. And then I have a lot more I have a lot more than that in digital format because through um, certain sites I went and got like all the old stuff. Like I've got a digital one of Action Comics #1, digital one of Detective Comics 27. Yeah. Well, those are all floppies. They're not graphic novels. I don't have a lot of graphic novels. I have a couple. But then again, the thing is, you got to remember back in like the 60s, 70s, they were putting out graphic novels back then, but they weren't called graphic novels. They were called giants or whatever. Well, I guess graphic novels are just one story, you know. I've got these big ones of Archie that are like probably a good 100 pages thick, or maybe not 100 pages. I'm not sure, but they're thick. They're like from the 50s or 60s. Yeah, that'd be nice for sure. Getting that. I like getting the early stuff. Learn more about the what went on or whatever. Read it for myself. Okay, so art brick. Yeah, right now they're not even all that well organized in that in the boxes. I'm thinking of one day getting all my boxes together in my apartment here and open it up, show everybody, and sort through them, put them in together properly. You know, all my Batman with Batman, and or the Bat family with the Bat family, Superman, blah blah blah. Options. Heck, some of the stuff that Mike said about that he's done, I know I have, like the Transformers GI Joe crossover, especially when the old, not old stuff, but when they're like supposed to be around 100 years ago or 200 years ago. I'm like, when he was talking about that a few days ago, and like, well, more than a few days ago, a week or two ago, I'm like, I got that. Wow. It'd be nice to see of the artist. I got to start paying attention to artists, but it'd be nice to see what artists out there actually have that it's like, whoa, that are coming forth for Comic Skate or whatever. For something like that, like I was saying about my collection, oh, I'm not sure whether you can. I think there is a 3D section effect. Yeah, it says 3D, but I have yet to master it. And that's saying it really nicely. I've got to sit down and watch some tutorials on YouTube, and I don't like doing that on my small screen, but it's correlating everything. But as I was saying about the collection, I'd probably film that in bits and pieces. Well, film it all and end up putting up as a video. I probably wouldn't live stream that. That would be like an 8-hour live stream. My room would end up being a mess. And the other reason I haven't probably tried it, the 3D modeling good or a lot with this, is the fact that I'm just on this is just a laptop that I'm doing all this stuff on, and it's a pretty good laptop, but I don't want a better computer to do stuff like that. A really powerful one. The nice big monitor. Oh, I got that. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be interesting now. Uh, sort of like I said, he well, you may not have been here for this. He's supporting cast to a character of mine called Electide. He is, well, actually, I'm not sure whether he is her pastor, but he is a pastor, but he runs a small church, so he needs to do something else for income. So he is the maintenance. He runs a small complex or like super an apartment building type complex. So he has to be the handyman, you know. Oh, I forgot to put a line there. Oh well. So I figured I'd draw him with a little hammer in hand and the Bible. That's supposed to be the Bible. There's one hand. So he probably does have maybe have a little bit of carpentry skill. I guess he's supposed to be a jack of all trades, master of none. I do have a bio on him and his wife, if you would want to see that. And his wife is who we're going to be going remastering next. Okay. And now we need to do. Well, we need to. Okay, so is that basically? Oh yeah, duh. Okay, so we just need to do the lake says good there. Okay, so we'll take out the bottom layer. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to do the line right there. Okay, well, we'll get one other. Okay. Away. We will expand. Okay. Fully expand. Okay, so there is Bart Brick. Oh no, I forgot his eyes. The color of his eyes. This is not good, no? Okay, let's grab that. Let's do the few things we missed here. Mm, Control Z. Okay, so back. Okay, so it looks like we are going to have to let's not sure what color his eyes are, so I'm going to his bio. Do the characters. Supporting cast. Bart Brick. Brown hair, blue eyes. He has the eyes that are blue. He's not blue, you know. Oh, want to be able to see when you say something when you say it. Okay, there we have Bart Brick, aka just a superintendent and a pastor. Don't need PDF. So, any other comments, questions, whatever? And now here's his wife, Arlene Brick. Okay. Now that rush is too thick. We're going down to half of that. And that's just good. Hey, Chad, how are you doing today? Well, happy 26th birthday. That was 19 years ago for me. Well, not today, but, seeing as how mine was in June. So, do you feel much different from being 25? Well, thank you very much for that, Chad. And you, unfortunately, well, fortunately, not unfortunately, fortunately, you are not the first person to ever tell me that. I try not to let it go to my head too much. And what is the disgusting news on Twitter? Or is that James Gunn thing about him locking up some sort of midget or something like that? Or was that yesterday's news? You're eating breakfast at 1:20 in the afternoon? Geez, you eat breakfast late. I thought it'd be brunch. I know you're not in the same time zone as me. I just tease a little, just a wee bit high. So, Chad, what do you have planned to do for your birthday besides? Okay. Nah, Christine Gear, MSNBC guest miss dismiss Fox News talking with 10:20. 3 hours behind. Okay. Dismiss Fox News talking about a girl who was murdered as a girl from Iowa and trying to push her agenda. Pathetic. So, besides what, as I was about to say, so besides watching me here draw, what do you have planned for your birthday? Any sort of celebrations? Carnitas and make some tacos? Okay, I'm not sure what the first word is. Carnitas? Is that how you pronounce it? Carnitas? What are carnitas? We probably have some sort of different name from here. Ah, it's meat. Okay, what type of meat? Better not be meat from a cat. No, I'm just bugging you. Have you seen the meme, "We are number one"? I do not believe so. I think it's pork. I think it's a pork or cow meat. I've seen a commercial with what is it? Either a cow or a chicken beating up the other. Like people dressed up in cow suit and thing, chicken suit. Tried street tacos. Street tacos? I don't think I've had street tacos before. I've had, sausage and a bun, as they call that, street meat, but cannot say I've had tacos like that before. But street taco sounds like something I might like to try, yeah. Si, senor. Because I do like my tacos, especially from Taco Bell, yeah. I am drawing, this is a supporting cast character for my Electide character, and her name is Arlene Brick. I just before this, I was doing her husband, who's again the sporting cast character. He's a pastor, so she's a pastor's wife, and they run an apartment complex because their church is small and they need, a supplemental income. So, and because I decided to do them. This taco talk is making me hungry. I decided to do these two today because, as you may have read by the title of today's thing, we were in the book of Song of Solomon, which, as you may or may not know, probably do know, it is the book of the Bible that likes to get a bit hot and heavy. So I figured I had these two that needed to be remastered like this, so I figured why not do a husband and wife when dealing with the book of Song of Solomon or the Song of Songs. They're saying Shuri, Black Panther's sister, is the smartest character in the MCU. It's hard to say. I know people say that or like to say it, but we've seen her by herself in Black Panther, but we haven't seen her talking shop, as you might say, with Tony and the other geniuses of the MCU. And now that they've got Reed Richards back, who knows what will happen when they put him in too. Not that I have anything against women being smart and that, but it's hard to say why they're doing it. I'd rather have a smart woman by my side than a dumb woman. Yeah. I say clickbait. Do you guys follow comics? Yeah. I watch Ethan, Mike regularly. The others I watch once in a while. Um, I have gotten Red Rooster. I got, as I put it this way, I got the frog, the bird, and the star. I wish I could get more, but I don't have a lot of money, and the shipping here to Canada, in my opinion, is insane for a lot of them. Like Nasser's $5 book to ship it here is double what the double what it costs just to buy the book. So it's like $10 to ship, but it's only $5 to buy the book. It's like, um, I'm not gonna buy something that's costs double to ship it here. I know that may be a bit crazy, especially when he's saying especially when he's saying shipping anywhere inside, the US is like only $3. And it's not like it actually has to. Yeah, I never got Jawbreakers, but it's like not like it has to go over an ocean or anything to get here. You know, Heck, Nasser is what in Boston or something like that. That's not far, but it's not far from me. I'd probably go pick it up cheaper. Well, I couldn't pick it up cheaper. I couldn't pick it up, go there for less than $10, grab it, and come back. But oh, what am I doing? Okay, yeah, I'm hiding that. Most of the books I got just at the end of their campaign. Well, the bird I got near the end of the the first month. Same with Lone Star, and then did I get just in? I'm not sure when I got Cyberfrog. Whether it was just before or just after the first month. Yeah, I hope. Well, I like all the extra stuff, you know. It's just, and then here in Canada, you know, $50 isn't $50, especially when it's an American $50. That suddenly becomes $70. Well, maybe not 70, but 60, you know, and then with the shipping on top of it, you know. Actually, no, it does become like $70 because I know $55 was like $70 in change. Because I looked into shipping for stuff to the US for when I did mine, and I think it's $10, just over $10 Canadian to ship anywhere in the US. Well, continental US, you know. Um, we have each province is different for its minimum wage. I'm not sure what all the minimum wages are. I'm here in Ontario, and we about a year ago went up to $14 an hour. We were at 11 and change an hour. There are plans to possibly put it up to 15, but I'm not sure whether that's going to happen or not. But as they seem higher here, but you know it's about the same price. You know, like you guys are $9 an hour. Wow. Yeah, that is pathetic. $9 an hour, in my opinion. Well, I don't know. It depends on where you live too. You know what the cost of everything is. Things can be expensive here. You know, I think it's just like anywhere you live, they put it to where you are or what the things around you are a lot of times. Although if you're on welfare or something here, it's hard to live because I'm in a two-bedroom apartment with my mom, and the rent here is like $966 a month. So, so it becomes different, you know. And I know different places it's cheaper to live, you know. I know, like in New York or whatever, it's expensive. Yeah, there's welfare here in Canada. It's I believe it's different than the state's welfare. For the most part, I think it's better. From what I've heard of yours, and I can't say for sure, you know. Uh, and again, the welfare system is different in each province. You know, different for everybody. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how much welfare is at the moment. I haven't been on it for a long time. And then we have disability here, which is sort of like welfare, but gives you a little bit more, but it's more for the people who literally can't work for medical reasons. Although if you get a quack doctor, if you find a quack doctor, some of them you can get to help you scam the system, as I know of. Not that I do it, but I like living in Canada. Um, the food is you whatever you money you get, you gotta buy uh, your own food with. But we have food banks, several of them, which mean the food bank is charitable organizations. They run these food and they get them from different organization from different places, stores or whatever, give into it, for tax receipt purposes or whatever. Um, and what was I saying? Yeah, give the tax receipt stuff. And you can go there and they usually give you a couple days, a week worth of groceries, depending on the food bank. Each one's slightly different. They all have slightly different rules. Bigger cities tend to have more of them. And then we've also got some soup kitchens, a couple of them, or soup kitchen type things. And then the great thing here in Canada, although technically it's not free as some might say, we do have, our medical paid for, so you don't have to worry about going to the doctors and racking up $100,000 bill or $1 million bill or whatever. Or being refused medical service for whatever dumb reason. So that's good in my opinion. I know some people disagree, but because I remember a movie I seen, John Q, I think it was, and it's just like that's that's just wrong. That this guy thought he had medical insurance, now he can't even save his son's life. Or the only way he had to do it was take over an emergency ward. Okay, what color are her eyes? But that medical system is paid through taxes and all that. I'm not sure how it compares to, say, the Obamacare. I've heard good and bad about the Obamacare. Uh, brown eyes. Oh, I think we got the eye color here already. Duh. Okay, do we have, except for two small things. Okay, so. Yeah, each province is different here too for its medical things that they cover. But, the basics thing is, you can always go to the emergency ward and you're not usually going to have to worry about too much financially, anyways. Yeah, some things we have to pay for, like our dental or whatever. But, your basic health is covered. Let's see. Swatches. I want a PS4. I got a PS3. Hey, what am I doing? Color. Gradient. Hey, you know what? Swatches. Yeah, I got Skyrim. I like Skyrim a lot. Also, Dragon's Age Inquisition. I want to get a PS4 to play the Spider-Man game and Injustice 2 as well. I've already. My buddy owns a PS4, and I bought and own Arkham Knight. Played that. I'm almost beat it, but I haven't had a lot of time on it to practice. Huh. There. That is what I would like to try is the virtual reality in Skyrim with the virtual reality glasses for the PS3. Export. Oh, yeah. Can't show that. No, I can't. So let's see. Oh, so you guys want to see some of my other characters that I've remastered? Oh, my website is crosscomics.ca. You probably went .com. I don't own .com. I just own .ca. Hey, .ca. These are all heroes that will be appearing in the first year and a half of my comics. Some of them have the profiles there, some don't. But they do have a link for a picture. Here's all the villains that will be appearing in the first half. I haven't put the remastered versions of these up, so you have to make do with the old versions. Here we go. Demons. Couple demons that'll probably end up appearing in my first. And angels. So as I was saying, do you want to see some of the remastered versions of my characters? Some that I did before I started doing this stuff on the channel like this. Okay, well, as you can see here, this guy's name is Absorb. He appears in the Canadian Shield #3. And he's probably sort of like Parasite. But he can't drain people's powers or whatever like Parasite does for Superman. This guy is just strictly energy absorption. And then he's able to redirect it in different ways. This is Acer. I think he's supposed to be a Joker slash Lex Luthor cross type character, just to give you some sort of reference. He's a bit unhinged, but he can maintain everyday a semblance or seem like it. He is a businessman. No, I do not. Action. Good to see you back in. I do not have 3D modeling skills. Well, not yet. I'm ever so slowly working on it. This is Action. I'm not sure when she first appears in my comic books, but she's a hero. Acer was a villain, and so was Absorb, if you didn't know. This is Aerostar. She is a villain, but not by choice. There's history behind it. You would have to know. This is the American Cadet, an American hero for you Yankees. Although he's supposed to be a ripoff of Captain America as a teen, but made slightly to look different just so I don't get sued. And he's part of the Justice League of the World. Or no, Justice. I'm not sure what I called that. This is the American Shield. He's a powered down version of the Canadian Shield. Sorry. The Canadian Shield suit from the future. His is in the here and the now. Another time I did him. This isn't the Ant. He is like an evil version of Ant. Not Ant. He is like an evil version of Iron Man. He has multiple armors, based on ant stuff. He has his regular ant armor, then his like fire ant armor, his volcanic ant armor, or something like that. Because there's so many different types of ants. Army ant armor, red ant, Black Ant. This is Aquarius. This is Aquarius. He can turn into a merman type creature in the water. He has water blasting powers, sort of like almost like Hydro Man. But Aquarius is the water bearer, so you guys can chime in, say anything. This is the Aqua Spider. He appears, well, he'll be appearing like 5 years into my comics. He is a hero, though. The Arachnoid Kid. I think you can tell who he's a ripoff of. Although the colors might not tell you. This is Ares, a villain. You just seen Arlene. This is Aslan. He is actually a transformer. He transformed into a lion with wings. And he's from the future. This is my first iteration of a character I call Ball, which I didn't finish, apparently. This is Barkman. Seen Bark earlier. Black, Bat Black. Too much blue in that. It's the lighting, I guess. Another version of her. Bat Guy. Da-na-na-na-na-na, Bat Guy. Some guy dressing up like a Batman type character at a Comic-Con, and he ends up jumping into duty to save the day because there's something going on. Maybe I'll have him jump in as a comics gator gets attacked to stop the Eddie McAdders, Insecto's wife, Big Boy and Angel, Black Bat, Bat Black's partner, Black Rhino, a warlord from South Africa or over in Africa. If you guys have any questions about the characters or whatever, as I'm going along, just pipe something in the comments or say go back or whatever. This is Blackout. He's sort of like my Daredevil. There's the best way to see him. So you only see his eyes. Black Wing. He's a villain. I don't know much about him. Blood Oath. I'd tell you about him, but he's an emissary for one of the cults. How about we put it that way? The Bomb! Or Bomb. Bomb, 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 bomb. Bomb, 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 bomb. He can jump. I'm not sure of all of his powers, but he can, jump really high and then he comes down on you like a bomb. Ba-boom! Bullet. Bullet again. Kamat. Yes, he's a ripoff of who you think he is. The Canadian Shield. Cancer. The Crab. He can be a bit crabby. Teen Prayer. Copies. My logo! Dark Force. Darkness. Demon Blaster. Despair. Oh, I did never finish that right. Diesel. He's supposed to have some flamethrowers, and he has like gas in the back of those things or whatever, some sort of flame stuff. Dove Man, the third. Oh, I haven't done the other two Dove Men. Dr. Insect.
Dragon breath.
Dragonfly. Dust angel. Demon. Not so extraordinaire. Dust. That guy protects that guy. Eagle. Electra. Electra again. Electrocharge. Enforcer. Enviro. Excess heat, which is a future character of mine, from the future. Dressed in my original look for the flame. Excess heat, her real look. Executioner. Expander. Good gal. Oh, one of my Transformers. I'm not sure whether this good guy or bad guy. Explorer. As you can see, he transforms into a plane. It's the plane, boss, the plane. Extendo. He can stretch. Evil, Mr. Fantastic. False face, a demon. Fear Master. Fire Lad. Fishman. He's a bit fishy. The Flame. Flame Girl. Frogger. Bad guy. That really looks really good. Ghetto Blaster. I did him the other day. Ghost Spirit. Golden Knight. Gortal. Conqueror of Worlds. Gray Fox. Alvinska. Man. Some of this stuff, when I see it, just ends up looking so rad. Didn't look. Hellfire. Horsefly. Hyperspeed. Ice Woman. Insecto. Fire. Jack McAdders. He is Insecto. The Judge. Dupius. Jupiter. Cat. Keeper. Kid Thunder. Rip off of Thor. Yes, I know. Killer. King. Kit. Another Kit. Larry John Aaron McCall, the first. Larry Post. Law. Leanna Post. These are the Flame. That's the Flames kid, along with the other one. Legion.
We are Legion, and we are many.
Sort of my Borg type, but that's what I was thinking. I am thinking. Oh, I missed a couple of the spikes. Leo. The Lion. Libra number 2. The first Libra. Life. The angel. Good version of Angel of Death. Lightning. Lord. Lucifer. Lucan. Good angel. Mac. Okay. Yes, you can both know who he's a ripoff of. Mammoth. She grows to a mammoth size. Mandrill, as you've seen the other day. Well, both version coloring schemes. Match. Now, Match has the ability to gain people's powers. Almost roguelike, I guess. But she's a teenage girl. So I sort of combined Rogue and Jubilee for her. She's like a mall rat. Messenger. He is an angel. Metamorph. He can transform himself into anything. You know, sort of like Morph of the X-Men. A variety of molecule. He is a size changer. He can go down to the size of a molecule. Miss Heat. Neil Martin. He works with the Canadian Shield after a bit. Nighthawk. Ocelot. Omega Blaster. Owl. Ozona. Pangolin. Panther. Paperman. Pestilence. Peter. He's an angel. Petra. She's a quest type person. Probably like what's her name? Lara Croft. You know, Indiana Jones. Big Snarker. Piper. Pisces. Pitbull. Playtime. You don't want to play with her. Polar. He is a villain, and well, he has a lot of personalities. Polarity. Almost a Magneto type character or Dr. Polaris. Pollution Buster. He is like a Z-lister hero. Maybe a double Z-lister. Power Woman. Power Teen. Professor Evolution. Prop-Man. Protector. Proton. Quest. An evil Indiana Jones type character. Raccoon. Rad, another angel. Rapture. Regal. Razor. Rebecca Post, that's the Flame's wife. Red Comet. Oh, I didn't do his eyes. Jeez. I didn't do his eyes or whatever either. Regret. The spirit of years gone by. Demon version of the Christmas past angel. Riquero, little sporting cast to Snowdrift. Requater, sporting cast to what's his name? The Flame. River. Robin Hood's arrow gun. Robin Hood's bow. Robin Hood's crossbow. Electronic crossbow. Robin Hood's quiver. Rock solid. Rocker. Roger. Angel of modern day combat. Rolling Thunder. Roof Post. Mother to the Flame. Sabi Rena. I was trying to do a Charlie's Angels thing. I got a couple others with her, but Sandrop. He transformed into a crab. One of my cyber droids. My version of the Transformers. Saturn. Scuba Man. One of my first heroes. Servant of the Rising Sun. An ancient Japanese hero. Samurai. Who served Christ. He was servant of the rising sun. S-O-N, not S-U-N. Shadowclaw. Another Transformer Shaker. He was originally supposed to be a VHS tape or beta tape, but now he'll probably be one of those small ones for the camcorders. Shape, she can shapeshift into anything. Sidekick. What's a sidekick? Now gone bad. Silver Knight. Silverwind. Should actually make her things different, but Skimmer, he changes into a swamp boat, I think it is. Or supposed to. I probably reworked some of these, but these are my older designs for some of my Transformers. So, I haven't yet to do the newer versions. Sky Woman, Sky, Skylark, Slug, Snowdrift, Snowfall, Soil, Sonic Waves, Sorrow, Space Warp, Speed, Evil Speedster. Although most people think he's a good guy. Spiderhawk, Spider, Spiritfire, Split Second, Sport. He transforms into a motocross type vehicle. I got to rework his look. Squeaker 2, the original Squeaker, Squid, Stag, Stella, Sticky. Stinger transforms into like a bumblebee or whatever. I probably have to rework him somewhat. Stone Man, Student Wiz, Stumper, Samarius. That's Roman god. Sun Bear, Sundance, Sunbird, Sunset, Super Ashley, Super Canadian, Super Spider, Super. Super Guy, Susan McCall. The Wiz is supporting cast for The Wiz, his mom. Sword. Gal, ripoff of Wonder Woman, although not. I know some of my drawings need. These are all a lot based off older drawings. Some are newer. Tank. No tanks. He's a guy you don't want to mess with in the dark alley. He's like 10, 12 foot tall. And as you can see, he's built. My character Insecto goes up against him like for his second villain. Oh, Tankus. He's supposed to be a sports car. I just don't want to go with normal name stuff. Taurus. Double. Technobite. Teeth. Again, another VHS tape. Probably going to be one of the small camcorder tapes. Testament. This is the Unforgiven. I've created a designation of angels that they fell with Satan. They followed him in the fall of them, but they're far and few between, mind you. But now that they realize their folly, and well, they said, "The heck with you! I'm going to do the right thing and try and help the side of good." Although I know I'm got no chance of, being forgiven. Thus, the Unforgiven. Thunder, Thunderbird, Tiger Cat, Tygon, Mechanico. He's a transformer from some future stuff. Tom Piper, Sporting Cast for the Flame. Tomorrow Man, a villain that I'm going to have at some point. Topper, another transformer. Toxico, the first villain to ever appear in Cross Comics. No, that's not his voice. And he goes up
And he'll go up against.
wrong. I'm getting the voice for him wrong. I don't have a real voice for him. He goes up against Canadian Shield. Got a couple of his guns. Tracker, transforms into like a big rig type thing. Trish and Angel. Ultimate Man. Ultraviolet. Updraft. Upstream. User. Vanquishers. This is our church had this sermon series called 1 Month to Live, and I came up with the idea of this hero or heroes, depending on you want to say it. The hero has 1 month. This person has 1 month to live. They get this suit, and somehow the suit automatically ends up finishing. Robots in disguise, yes. My Transformers are called cyber droids. But anyways, somehow the suit, they put it on and it fits them, and then they have 1 month to do whatever as the Vanquisher, and then they, like on their last 1 or 2 days or something like that, I'm not sure of all the details, they pass it on to somebody else that they're directed to, who has 1 month to live. Velocity. He's from Australia and he is a speedster. He's an Aboriginal from Australia. And he can, boy, can he go. Venus. Victory. And I got a character named Glory. So it's victory and glory in Jesus. Video. He was originally going to be a VHS machine, but I'm probably going to change him into one of those camcorders that take the tapes. And, well, he will he will eject the tapes that you seen earlier. Viro. Vulcan. War. He's supposed to be a space shuttle of some sort. Like I said, I got to rework some of these. I just went with my old designs that I had at the moment. Things are going to get reworked as I do stuff. Warlord. Demon. Let's see what there is. Do I have any dinosaur heroes? Not so much heroes, but villains. I think I haven't done it. Raptor. I have a villain named Raptor, or technically they're Raptors. They're human raptor hybrids. But I will be having a couple of my Transformers will be dinosaurs. I'm going to have a Leviathan and a Behemoth. They're going to be like huge dinosaur type things. Going to go somewhat based off of the description in Job. But I might end up doing some sort of dinosaur thing. It's just bringing the gear. It's setting it up right, and I haven't thought of anything yet to set it up right. But as you can see, I've got lots of stuff, and not everything that you're seeing is here. No, what I mean, I said that wrong. Not everything I have do you see here. That was Werebear. That's Watchtower, Waters, Wave Runner, Waves, uh, Webster, Weedy, Weeligion. He's a demon. He likes to, well, spread bad religion. White Star, or one of many white stars. Wiz, my teenage sidekick. Well, no, not sidekick. My teenage superhero. William Cox, Snowdrift, Wind. Well, Wilma Cox isn't Snowdrift. She's just supporting cast or Windstar, from the Windstar Gang. They appear and probably will only appear in Snowdrift because they're, I think, local to Edmonton. I think that's the town she's in. Whizlock, Wolffang. Oh, I gotta do some stuff on some of these. It looks like Wonder Witch, Wildcat is a ripoff of Batman. They're supposed to be. Yellow Lightning, Von Cirilla. I think she's supporting cast to Electide. I'm not sure offhand. Zoltu, Guardian of the Gate of Eden. Not a guy you want to mess with. And Zodiac. Once all of my Zodiac flavored villains are out, he is going to recruit them all. And he can use each of their powers himself or skills somehow. His suit, I think, allows him to do it. But I like my Zoltu. Oh, shoot. I gotta recorrect that. That's it's probably because you can see through the flame that the. No, it shouldn't all be blue, just part of it. I have to correct that. That's supposed to be blue there. So that's a lot of my heroes, villains, in between. So what do you guys think? Aqua Spider had a flying surfboard, an airboard. He floats or he goes through the air on it. So surfboard for the air, airboard. Thanks. Some of I know something about, some of them I don't. Like I know stuff. Well, for sure I know. Well, not for sure, but I know some things about Aqua Spider. He doesn't appear till like 5 years into my comics. maybe 5.5, I think. Well, technically, it'd probably be more like 6, since I do everything from, well, I get them all, my first 7 characters out, and then a year after that, major events take. 1 year after that, they form a team. A year after that, something else happens. A year after that, something else happens. Blah 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 blah. Because I'm not sure about you guys. I sort of did like the crossover events in DC that we used to have on a regular basis, but once a year, for a month, you do this crossover. But I'm gonna try and make my crossovers mean something. Thanks, Chad. It's not in the best condition. I got it used a long time ago with not all the parts, but it's nice to stand up there and with whatever. I got lots of toys. I'm a geek or a nerd, whichever one you want to call me. And I don't care. Right up there in high school, we had this projector that we put on the screen. You had to copy a scene from something or whatever and change the dialogue. I took a scene out of an Archie comic and had Archie asking Betty to marry her, or whatever. What?
I'm just coming in to see what you're doing.
Or
Hear
don't.
what you're doing.
I'm just talking. That's my mom you hear off screen. Say hi to Chad and Hoth and maybe Action if he's there.
Hi, Chad, Hoth, and
Action
Action.
if you're there. Did you guys hear her? Okay, see you later, Mother. Mooter. Hot says hi. Have I written much dialogue for my characters? For the Canadian Shield, I have 8 scripts written. So issues 1 through 8. Chad says hi too. For Snowdrift, my second character that I want to bring out, I also have issues 1 through 8 written. For my character, the Flame, the third one, I have 12 issues written. My character Insecto, which is 4th, I have 5. My character Ozona, I have 1.5. Wiz, I think I got 5, 4 or 5. I'm not sure offhand. Might be more too, but I doubt it. Because I have some crossover villains throughout the thing, so I want to make sure I don't. Whatever's happened before for the villain doesn't contradict what's happened. I can reference it, you know what I mean, in the next comic that he's in. Having him reference it or somehow reference. Sometimes it's not referenced at all, but I want to make sure. And my character Electide, I think I have, which is the 7th character I'm bringing out, has I believe 2 scripts written. And some of it gets stopped because of, like I said, my villain crossovers. Like my character Dust, as you see in there, he's a traveling drug dealer, so he ends up coming across the path of almost all my characters, and thus also the demon dust angel ends up coming across their path. So, you know, I just want to make sure when I do the issues are. I want to have good continuity. There, that's about spills it out. I want to make sure I have good continuity in my comics because I think that's something that's important in comics to have some sort of continuity. So for some of them, I've written a fair amount. Some of them I haven't. I somewhat know what their personalities are like, so that's always good. Heck, for the Canadian Shield, I have written. I took his first two issues and made a script for a movie or whatever out of it, some sort of thing. But getting people to, I thought it'd be easier than getting a comic book out there, but it wasn't. Because everybody, you didn't write it in the way that we write it, so I'm not going to look at it. Well, sorry, I'm not a professional. I'm an amateur. It's my first time writing this stuff. Which of your heroes would turn injustice? You mean which of my heroes would turn bad and try and conquer the world or enslave the world? Do you have some? Do some of your heroes have alter egos like Clark Kent? You mean like by alter ego like um an everyday job and all that? Everyday somebody other than they are, like somebody the flame. He's somebody other than the flame. Pretty much 99% of I think my heroes have alter egos. Even my villain. Bad in some point of view. Yeah, probably the character that might come closest to that at this point that I'm thinking is my character, the Wiz. After we'll say approximately 5.5 years of my comic running, he's going to be. There'll be lead ups to it in the comics that if you go back and look, you'll be able to see, or at least in year 4.5 to 5.5, there'll be some lead up, but he's going to get a little too big, a little bit too big for his britches. My character, the Wiz, because he's going to have done a lot in my universe, because he's beyond what we would consider a technological genius, because God's given him the knowledge of the 31st century. If God was to tarry that long before coming back to Earth, like or Christ. So that's like knowledge. That's very advanced knowledge, as you can probably figure out. So he does a lot of stuff in 4.5 years of the comics, or 5.5 years of the comics, to make heroes better and all that, make them, creating new heroes, if you will. True. Well, I'm not sure whether I'd say better or not. I'm not sure. I don't know what Ethan's skill level was when he got into comics, but he's also been in it 20 years, 25 years. So, yeah, well, I don't know what to say. I'm not sure. The only thing I find in my way is resources. The resource of money. Yeah. Thanks, Action. I haven't put my stuff out there to a lot of people at the moment. I have my website, and I've been on. I was on GeoCities way back when, and I've been on Facebook for years with the, and I do put it out there a bit, but I haven't been pushing it. I know I got the imagination, I got the vision, but people also don't want to work for free, which in some ways I can't blame them. I don't have the money to pay them; they don't want to work for free. Unfortunately, I'm not quite like Walt Disney in that respect and get got people into working for free, at least for a while. But it's also all in God's timing too. First and foremost, there's some things that I would have never learned, or if I would have got started a lot sooner, I think my characters would have been a lot different than what they are, and I'm beginning to like where they're going. Yeah, sure. Would have I liked to have been started 20, 30 years ago? Sure. Would have been nice to have that income all this time. Well, if there was any income. But I don't mind competition. I want to be the competition. People got good ideas. Hey, fine. Easy. Oh, I'm sure nobody's fantastic when they first start. Everybody's got to build up their skill level. Um, but yeah, I'd say my heroes have alter egos like Superman and Clark Kent because Insecto is Jack McAders. Yeah, they might not learn to like it, but I more mean you need money to pay people. If an artist wants $25 a page, if you don't have, 20 pages, that's 250, $500. If you don't have the $500 to pay him, well, guess what? He's not going to work for you. Although I guess you could get him to do a page at a time. $25 here, $25 there. But yeah, Jason Post is the Flame. Mary Weir is Lectide. Larry John Aaron McCall, the third, the fourth, I'm not sure which, is the Wiz. Christy North is Snowdrift. Canadian Shield sort of does. He doesn't care too much about his secret identity at this present time in the comics. Although he does have another name. Yes, God has saved the best for last. Cross comics. Oh, who did I forget? Oh, Ozona. Ozona is Catherine Kane. What is it with comics and the name Catherine Kane? You know, DC's got their Catherine Kane, who's Batwoman. I got mine. I never knew that DC had her. Mine's Ozona. And Archie had a model type character named Kathy Kane. Oh, Kat's Kane, Kathy, Catherine, you know, the KKs. Wonder whether Marvel has a Catherine Kane. And I came up with Catherine Kane before I knew for Ozona before I knew about thing. She calls herself Cats most of the time. Kats. Because she hates the name Catherine. Don't call me Catherine. Call me Cats. I don't like Catherine. Hoff, did I answer your question good enough? And yours as well for Chad about the injustice type thing or civil war? I'm not sure how much of a civil war it will be. Well, you're welcome for the advice, Action. I'm no expert by any stretch of the imagination. You know, I have some angels that have names like Messenger, and then I have one named Peter, an angel named Peter. Any other questions you'd like to ask about the crossverse? Anybody of the three people here? If I can answer, I will. Like I said, I have plans, not detailed plans, but I have plans like probably 6.5 years out. Awesome. Sounds great. Action. Yeah. I have a video on here. Maybe I'll try and put it in the a link to it in my description, or try and embed it on this after. Well, I have two that you might be interested in, either Hoth or Chad. One is I've got a video that's about an hour long. I stumble through it a bit. Of my first 7 major characters, and I go over their profiles and all that. And then I have this one of a team that I do called the New Champions. I drew this thing a while back. Finally got to scan it into my computer, and I go over it, like remaster it in Adobe Illustrator, and I'm not sure how long that is. I'll put those in the description. I'm gonna put all my other links in the descriptions too. Okay, we lost somebody. I think we lost somebody. Roll call, Warriors! Awesome. Cool. That is always good to have sample art ready. Okay, we got a fourth person back. Unless it's a different person. Luckily, I've got stuff where I am. I've got all my stuff. I've got all my stuff fairly handy. Sometimes it's easier to find than others, but and see that filing cabinet there? That's full of file folders on all my comics, and then I've got another small one here with one drawer in with file folders on my characters. I have not yet watched it, but I got it to watch. I also found out they did a 2011 version too recently of the thing. Oh, there was we were talking about a movie called The Thing with Kurt Russell the other day. Action. And I said about watching it to Chad, and I think Roth too. So I've got to watch it. I said I would, but I haven't. By that, I think that was a couple days ago. I said I'd watch it, but I got it. I just have to watch it. Oh, 2011 is a prequel to it. Cool. Well, should I watch? Do you know whether I should watch the prequel first and then watch them, or should I watch the prequel first and then the original, or just the original and then the prequel, or just the original and no prequel? I'll leave it to a movie company to ruin something about a movie. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I got it to watch. I just gotta watch it. Take the time and watch it. Okay. Hey, Space, what's up? Oh, what's up with me? Not much. Just I did my Bible reading and did my drawings, and now I'm just sitting here chatting with some subs with Chad, Hoth, and Action, and now you. Wow, I think this marks a first. 4 people in my chat to talk with at once. You're still in paradise, my friend. Space, that is. Or you're back to the grit and the grind. Okay, maybe Hawaii's not paradise. But it's close to it. What's up with you, Space? I answered. Today, I feel like a Spider-Man. Ooh, not good. How much snow do I get where I live? Well, every year it's a little different. But our sometimes our winters tech we get a little bit of snow in November. Not all the time, but once every few years. Um, and then usually I'd say probably sometime in December it starts snowing. Usually not a lot. Every not every maybe once a week if that, but not a lot of snow. January, February is when we get the most. Hey, I don't like cold weather either, Chad. Unfortunately, I have to put up with it and live here. But and then March it starts to fade out. Sometimes we get a little bit in April, or maybe the first week of March is really bad. That's about it. And then it slowly starts to get warmer most of the time. So, I'm not sure how much snow we get every year or on average, in inches or whatever. Like I said, some years it's different. Uh, but I bundle up but most days throughout the spring or fall, well, halfway through the fall or spring, I can dress in a t-shirt and usually long pants. But in the summers, I doubt the thing will creep me out more. Vampires in the Arctic creep me out because it can be so real. If vampires were real, that's what they do, in my opinion. Vampires in the Arctic just seem real. Oh, 3 light. I don't even see the likes. Let's see. Oh, we got 4 likes. Hey, we got 4 likes now. This is awesome. This is a great 3-hour live chat. But I don't mind. So how has Hawaii been, except for the, like hurricane warning? Yeah. Yeah, she counts as 2. I count as 1 because I'm watching myself. Here, I'll give myself a like. Well, that's probably what will make it good. I'll have to. Oh man, this movie's sounding good. Just as long as the alien doesn't win. I watched, what was it, Invasion of the Body Snatchers once. I bought it. I bought it cheap, mind you, on DVD, I think it was. Then I ended up watching it, and I'm like, well, this movie sucks. The villains won. Yeah, at least villains don't shapeshift. Well, vampires don't. Well, they can go. Laura says that they can shapeshift into dogs or bats or whatever. But yeah, I watched the Invasion of Body Snatchers once. I'm like, this movie sucks. The aliens won. What was the sense to this movie? Yeah, we're all gonna get taken over by the body snatchers. Yeah, I can. I'm not sure whether you want to. Well, I will say happy birthday to my friend. I'm Chad from a very far land. Okay, it's not so very far. Happy birthday to the Chad. And may you have quite so many more, quite so many more. May the Lord bless you on this day quite much. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Well, that was made up on the spot. What'd you think? You're very welcome, Chad. I aim to please, yes. Was there a sequel to Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Space? Or anybody that might know? Because as far as I know, there is no sequel to Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Maybe they had planned on one, but because of Alien 1, it didn't do so well. And then it's also considered like a B or C lister movie. A B movie. Yeah, I thought I knew about that. Don't think I've seen the reboot though. There can be a right. There can be there can be right. I don't think so. Like I said, I'm not a big horror fan. Personally, I wouldn't consider Invasion of the Body Snatchers horror. I'm not sure what I consider it, but then again, horror back 50 years ago, 30 years ago, well, 50 years ago, I don't really consider horror. Most of it's like, okay, yeah, this isn't gonna frighten me in the least. One, two, three, two. Oh, I think actually Hoth is being counted as one. There's 5 years, and I got myself, so it should be 6 then. Uh, and for those in the chat who want to, okay, we will see you, Space. Thanks for tuning in. It was good to see you. Tune in when you can. I will be here tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time, but you probably will be sleeping as you will be in Hawaii. I don't know what time zone Hawaii's in compared to me, so. Thanks, Space. And you do, man, too. Yeah. Have a great day, yo. But yeah, if you want anybody in the chat want to call me Rick instead of typing out Cross, if you're doing that, I don't care. Because my name is Rick. I just use Cross Comics as promotional to make people know, let people know this is the Cross Comics channel. Maybe eventually when I get more people involved, they can do their own shows too. Stay safe, Space. What's this about a safe space? What are we talking about safe spaces for? I thought we didn't do safe spaces. I'm just teasing you, Chad, there. I'm one for the word puns. If there's a pun, I will find it. So anybody else got topics or whatever they want to talk about? Any ideas what they want to talk about? Anything about my whatevers? No, it says, hold on. YouTube. Tube to you. Okay. No problem, action. I remember yours is Jamie? No, Jimmy. I think Jimmy, right? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Videos. I was talking about too. It is live streaming events. Yeah. What?
First of all, see if you're finished.
No,
Second, see if you're gonna get those other bolts.
I never said today. Okay, hold on a sec. I'm not done, but
And then thirdly, can I put some stuff in here? Bags of books?
I don't know.
I just don't know where I'm gonna put them.
Not yet. Later. Who is the Thanos or? Oh, you're Stewart. I'm thinking of somebody else, Jimmy. Sorry. Who is my Galactus or Thanos? You've seen it. Probably, I'm gonna make him. I don't know much about him. It's just something I've come up with. His name's Gorton. I got Gorton, conqueror of worlds. So, don't mind me. I'm just trying to find something for you guys. Putting in the description of my this. New champions right there. Share. Copy. Save changes. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. I just put in the, hopefully I put in the description of this. Okay, I'm gonna. I hope tried to put in the description of this the link to whatchamacallit. My first 7 major characters video and my new champions video. Okay, somebody's left. Yep, they're in the description. So who's still here? We got Action, well maybe Action, Chad, Hoth. I know Space is gone. Maybe I'm gone. I put down one of my things, so. Oh, 4 viewers. We're back to 4. So, yeah, it's probably a guy named Gorton will be my Galactus or Thanos. I would think at this point, I can't be 100% sure of that. You know, I do have a character called Legion or Legion. Okay, later, Hoth. Have a great day. God bless. Keep up the fight. Keep up the good fight. So anybody with any other questions or whatever for me? Or any topics that you want to talk about? Something you want to talk about? Oh, we got 5 now. Okay, Hoth is going. Hello to whoever's come in the room. I know Hoth is leaving, but we now got 5 watching, so I'm not sure what that means. If there's anybody new in the room. Okay, that says 3, that says 5, so I don't know. I should go by that. Okay, well, I guess you're going to be taking off soon too then, Action? Yeah, I like Resident Evil. I've seen most of them. I can't say I've seen all of them. I haven't really played the game though. I've only watched the movies. I've heard of the game. I think I've played the game just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I like the movies, that's for sure. And yourself, since you're asking the question, one might presume you do, but okay, that one up. Oh, doesn't seem to be a lot to talk about at the moment. Maybe I'll try and watch those movies tonight, and that way, if you're here tomorrow, might have something to talk about more. Unless you got anything else that you can think of, because dead air is not fun for either of us. Well, there goes action. There is no action left. Watch the original first, then the prequel. Okay, that's the way I will watch it. I will watch the original and then the prequel. Yeah, it's just the way you say to do it. You know best, don't you? Because you've already seen them both. Yeah. Well, unless you can think of something to talk about, I think I might sign off. I'll probably be on either Ethan's thing tonight or Aloha Hour, trying to get some more subscribers and putting in stuff too. Yeah, I like this. It's building up stuff, building up a rapport with the people.
Oh,
Okay, okay. Well, I'll be back here noon tomorrow Eastern Standard Time, so that's like 9 a.m. your time, Chad. Okay, have a good day. Have a great birthday. May it be very blessed. And warriors, have a great day. We love you. I love you. This is Rick Piper of Cross Comics. Out. God bless to everyone. Where is my? There it is. God bless from Canada.